This raid XP farm is so easy to build that you can make it on your first day of playing the game. It gives tons of emeralds, totems, saddles, and more enchanted goods. So go gather these materials, and if you want to download this world, you can find a link down in the description. This farm was designed by Basic Redstone, but I've made a few crucial changes. The biggest being changing this drop chamber from 1x1 to 2x2. This allows saddles that would normally get stuck up here to fall down into our loot chest below. Now, the first thing we need to do for this farm is find the right building location, which is going to be over top of a large body of water. But before we actually go out there, what you want to do is go Options, Video Settings, and turn your render distance down to 8 chunks. Then grab your villager in a boat and take this guy out over top of the ocean and get to a point where you cannot see any land around you. This is where you want to build, and this ensures that all of the raid mobs are going to spawn in the farm and not on the nearby land. So once you've got your location, start by going to the bottom of the ocean and building all the way up until you're at the surface of the water. And once you get up here, use a solid block. Then go ahead and make yourself a nice little platform down here. It doesn't really matter how big this is, just make it big enough so we can still walk around. Then you want to place 2 chests down like that, followed by 4 hoppers leading into those chests. After that, you want to take 4 slabs and place them on top of these hoppers so nothing gets stuck inside of the hoppers. And then from there, go ahead and place 8 blocks around these slabs, and this is going to be the start of your drop chamber. Now continue that drop chamber up another 26 blocks, so it's a total of 27 blocks tall, and this will leave all of the raid mobs at a perfect 1 hit so you can super easily kill them. You should now be approximately 30 blocks off of the water level, and we can go ahead and get started on building the actual raid farm. Now once you're done building that, hit F3 and make sure you're facing south when you do this next step. What you want to do is walk over here and place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks. Hit F3 again and make sure you're facing in the east direction. Place down 1, 2 more blocks, and then you want to fill all of this in back to our drop chamber. Now from there, what you want to do is go to the opposite corner of this and place down 4 blocks right there, and then 4 blocks right there. Then place a trapdoor on that block, open up that trapdoor, and then you can go ahead and break that block. Now what I'm going to have you guys do is stand right here and place a bed with the pillow on that end, and then come over here and place a bed with a pillow touching that one. It's very important that the pillows are facing in the correct direction as well. Now from there, what you want to do is place down 1 sign on that bed. You don't have to add text. And then 1 sign on that bed right there, and then place down a bucket of lava on those beds, and it should look like this. Now the only problem with this is the raid mobs are going to be walking off the edge and falling down to go attack us. So what we're going to do is add some walls around this thing to make sure that doesn't happen. Now you can do 2 blocks tall if you want, but that's unnecessary. Just make these walls at this top block right here, have it extend all the way past your rectangle thingy that you've made, and just keep doing this all the way around until you reach the very end. And there we go. So now that we have the walls around there, the next thing we need to do is make sure the raid mobs are actually going to want to fall down the drop chamber. To do this, take a trap door and place it on that block right there and open it up. And then take a trap door, place it on that block right there and open it up. The problem now, however, is the raid mobs are going to want to spawn up here instead of where they're supposed to, which is down here. And to prevent that, we're going to want to use buttons. So for this, take a bunch of buttons and place them all up here on every single block just like that. Now you're also going to want to place down a temporary block right there with a solid block over top of the lava and then a button on top of that. Now this solid block is going to make sure that the Ravagers don't climb out of the area. They're going to stay stuck inside. And then of course the button stops people from spawning. Now I guess while we're here with the buttons, you're also going to want to drop all the way down here, and you also want to place buttons on every single exposed block down here, once again to make sure that no raid mobs are going to spawn and kill you, because that would get very annoying. And also, I guess while we're down here, what you can do is break both of those blocks, and this is how you're actually going to be attacking the raid mobs. For this farm, you do have to kill the mobs manually like I just mentioned. If you don't want to do that, you can place down either a campfire or a soul campfire. Just remove those and place these down. Keep in mind though, if you do this, you're not going to be able to collect XP. So you can either collect XP or you can have it fully automatic, whichever one you prefer. The final thing we want to make sure for this farm is that the Ravagers are actually going to spawn inside of here. They're not going to get pushed out and down into the water. Now for this, we're going to need to grab all of our trapdoors. So start off by coming over to where this bed is and place down a trapdoor on that block right there and open it up. Then from there, you want to skip one block and place down another trapdoor and just continue this all the way until you get to the end right there. Then skip over to this block and do the exact same thing. And then once you get to there, skip over to this corner and place one down and keep going until you get to the end. And then finally, one more time, you want to place one trapdoor on that block right there. So once it's all said and done, it should look like this. Make sure all of the blocks are placed in the exact position that I did, otherwise the farm might not work. So the raid portion of this farm is now done. We're going to get into making the villager's house and then transporting him up into it. So to start off with this, look at your farm and then go to the left and place down 2 temporary blocks right there. And then jump up and place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more with any workstation on top, and I'm going to use a barrel. Then from there, what you want to do is place 3 blocks just like that. And then go ahead and place 3 more solid blocks on top of it. And now what we need to do is get our villager up into this area. Now this process isn't as bad as you guys might think. You don't even have to transport him up there. He's going to want to walk up by himself. And let me show you what I mean. So first things first, go ahead and take a bunch of temporary blocks and make a staircase going all the way from the top down to the water. Now while you're doing this, make sure the staircase goes all the way up to the top block, and as well, you're going to want it to go down into the water. Now, once you're done with that, go and grab your villager and we can get him up to that area. So what you want to do is bring him as close to that staircase as possible. Just leave him somewhere nearby and then you can go ahead and break that boat. If I can break it, there you go. Now, since we placed that workstation up there, this villager is going to want to automatically run up to it to connect his profession if he's actually going to do it. All right, there we go. So now he's going to want to run up on his own. And perfect, he's fallen down into his little home. Then from there, just take any solid block and throw it on top. And now you can go ahead and remove all of your temporary blocks that you placed down. And just like that, the easy raid XP farm is done. But right before you use it, you're going to need to get a couple things. 1, an ominous bottle, which is found by killing a pillager captain at a pillager outpost. And if you want to find a tutorial on how to automatically get these things, you can click the link up here right now. You're also going to want a looting 3 sword for the best drops, and as well, make sure that your game is turned to hard mode as well for the best drops. Now all you need to do is drink the ominous bottle, the raid will start automatically, and as you can see, all of the mobs will run down into this chamber. Then all you have to do is slap them with that sword, you collect the XP, and the drops go down into this chest. Make sure to check out one of the videos on your screen right now for even more great content. Leave a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Blazed MC out.